8 years old, couple cane posts sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. Y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. And Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes. At 18, turned my helmet in, walked to the 50-yard line. Just the coach and me after we lost 8-10 to 9. And I cried, man, next time to get in here, I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes. In 86, my grandpa said there's angels in the room. All the family gathered round, knew the time was coming soon. With so much left to say, I prayed, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it. Yeah, sometimes this old life will leave you wishing that you had 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
I hope that you enjoyed the bathroom break that song allowed us.
You always make it about you.
You deserve the best.
From despotic dance music
To presumptuous pop.
to the smug sounds of indie tracks.
Your music is all right here. Your music. Self Radio.
Feeling lonely? Oh, do what old Cliff Lane does.
Cry?
Put on some of your favorite music. Drive to the top of Mount Chiliad and get very zen with a couple of college girls.
That sounds pretty superficial.
Well, I'm working on that with my therapist, Andy. Don't be a hater. Love yourself. Self-radio.
Pokemon Crystal, it didn't even come out on the Game Boy Advance. This is a Game Boy Color game. And look at this label. Why does Suicune look so wide? These counterfeit games look terrible. Does that say Crystal Shards? It says Crystal Shards. It's not even Crystal. And would you look at that? It doesn't even hold a save file. This game has terrible grammar. That is Gary. I think for information. I is called Gary. So really, this isn't even playable.
Here we are in the land of unsweetened, 0 calories, 0 sodium, gluten-free, no MSG, fat-free, and yet something still missing. The ego, the self. Make your day about yourself. Self Radio.
Every time that I picked up when you called, and a crisp new Benjamin for when you're here, then gone again, and $1 every time I was right about you after all. Boy, I'd be rich, head to toe, Prada, Benz in the driveway, yacht in the water, Vegas at the Mandarin, high roller gambling, me and Diddy dripping diamonds like Marilyn. No, I wouldn't be drowning in all your IOUs. Every promise you made me will have some real value. 'Cause all the little lies rolling off your lips is money falling from the sky. Shit, I'd be rich. La-di-da. I'd be rich. La-di-da. If I had a dime every time that you cross my mind, well, I'd basically be sitting on a big ass pile of dimes. And all the times that you made my heart feel cheap, I might as well want the lottery. All of this pain in me cursing your name would just turn into dollar signs. 'Cause I'd be rich, head to toe, Prada, Benz in the driveway, yacht in the water, Vegas at the Mandarin, high roller gambling, me and Diddy dripping diamonds like Marilyn. No, I wouldn't be drowning in all your IOUs. Every promise you made me will have some real value. 'Cause all the little lies rolling off your lips is money falling from the sky. Shit, I'd be rich. La-di-da. I'd be rich. La-di-da. Told myself I wouldn't do this again, but how much you wanna bet I'ma do this again? Rich, head to toe, Prada, Benz in the driveway, yacht in the water, Vegas at the Mandarin, high roller gambling, me and Diddy dripping diamonds like Marilyn. No, I wouldn't be drowning in all your IOUs. Every promise you made me would have some real value. 'Cause all the little lies rolling off your lips is money falling from the sky. Shit, I'd be rich. La-di-da. I'd be rich. La-di-da. I'd be rich. La-di-da. I'd be rich. La-di-da.
I thought that I had everybody on my side, but I went and blew it all sky high. And now she won't even spare a passing glance. All just because I ripped my pants.
When Big Larry came round just to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a clown. And no girl ever wants to dance with a fool who went and ripped his pants. I know I shouldn't mope around, I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much worse. 'Cause winding up with no one is a lot less fun than a burn from the sun or selling your bones. learned a lesson I won't soon forget. So listen and you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance, and you won't end up like the fool who ripped his pants.
CNBC's Jane Wells live in Los Angeles with how the 360's problems are heating up, literally.
This all came together in this horrific perfect storm.
Some faulty Xbox 360s are literally melting down while running certain games.
It was a slow rolling thing, like really understanding how big the problem was.
It started to really be concerning, and the numbers started to grow.
I had a sick feeling in my stomach.
Microsoft hasn't specified the cause, but users say the console's cooling system just can't take the heat of a lot of play.
We were just having failure after failure.
The problem was huge.
Mine just crashed this holiday season. Get one bag, turn it on, didn't even work.
No! Again!
People spent a lot of money on a console, and we're getting 2 and 3 of them back.
Whether they were friends, whether they were family, whether they were people on the street, it didn't matter. It was all over the place.
I was mad as
Then it became the media saying, this is a piece of hardware that has been rushed to market, and as a result, we're seeing unprecedented failure rates. It's broken.
Everything that I've worked for the last couple of years is trashed.
There's a new contender in the video game wars.
Xbox is going to be the future, truly the future of video games.
Xbox.
Taking over the living room.
Limitless, connected digital entertainment.
You guys never understood.
The company is going to face fierce competition.
Sniper!
It's a ticking time bomb.
Makes me very nervous to actually play this for you.
Xbox getting a major overhaul.
A bold vision for the future of gaming.
Without a doubt, the most Herculean feat of the original Xbox was that it survived. Looking at the history of the video game business, you would have given them 1,000,000 to 1 chance. So the achievement is that we made it to Xbox 360. And internally, it's fun to laugh at lots of the missteps.
You'll see Xbox will actually start up.
Like, we can laugh at the Xbox didn't turn on at the original unveil.
We can bring that video up.
But with Xbox 360, honestly, even with the benefit of time, nobody laughs at the red rings.
To understand the red rings of death, you've got to go back to the beginning and all of the work we did with the Xbox 360 to build it from the bottom up. We were absolutely focused on getting out ahead of the PS3. We needed to be seen as the start of the next generation.
The 360 was 5 to 10 times more powerful than the original Xbox. And so to achieve that level of performance, we had to push technology and solutions that didn't exist in the previous generation.
This was an incredibly hard, complicated program. The circuit board itself is a completely custom design. And we were building these chips, which was a new process at the time.
We did our own internal design instead of buying off-the-shelf silicon.
We're bringing up new hardware with software that isn't quite done yet on new test systems that we're developing in real time.
And that had a domino effect on the whole product.
The design was coming together kind of late.
We were launching in November of 2005, and we did not see our first silicon from the CPU until February of 2005. This is ridiculous.
That's 9 months before launch. That is an absurdly short time frame. The normal time frame would probably be like 2 years.
And so we're faced with finishing the design and wrapping up production lines at the same time.
We wanted to launch it worldwide so everybody had it at the same time. But that's a big challenge because you also need to have enough units to restock in retail so that the countries you do launch in aren't out of inventory.
We need to get our yields up, and so we're cranking up production.
At the highest manufacturing output, I remember hearing numbers like a console would come off the line every 4 seconds.
But as we're ramping production, we start to see reports of these issues that were coming up. Lots of inconsistencies. Consoles would fail at test stations.
If you build 100 of these things, only 50 or 60 of them would work, which is really, really bad. Like a real robust yield rate would have been 90, 95.
This was the fog of war that we had to see through, and that was, is there something wrong with the design of the product, or are we testing it incorrectly?
Because we were trying to ship in high volume, there wasn't much time to think about it because there was so much to be done. One way of dealing with the failed consoles was to put them into these nice boxes and stack them so that you would get back to them at some future point in time. In a way, we were kicking the can down the road a little bit.
We are developing what we call a bone pile. At the height, we created a bone pile that was over 600,000 units deep. And so it's just like the Lucille Ball episode where the chocolates are coming off the conveyor belt, and they're coming off so fast that they can't do anything with them. That's exactly what was going on.
The thing about building consoles is Christmas doesn't change. So your schedule is paramount, and there's just so much pressure to get it done by November.
After a hectic lead-up to production and months of intense troubleshooting, engineers finally managed to solve the technical issues that had plagued the 360. As consoles started to pass QC, the team was finally able to chip away at the bone pile in an effort to meet the demand, which, at the time of launch, was ravenous.
For Xbox 360.
Outside the Best Buy in Midtown, it's raining here in New York, but these gamers don't care. They've been out here in the rain since early this morning, and they're not leaving until they get an Xbox 360.
When the Xbox 360 launched, there was a palpable excitement for this console.
The Xbox 360 finally got out of your dreams and into your car. Microsoft had their fingers firmly on the pulse of what gamers were expecting, and they clearly had a vision of what gaming would be for the future.
We got in with something that was unique and revolutionary, a gorgeous design, the concave elements of the 360.
It really felt, in some ways, that Xbox had actually just arrived.
This new world of online, this new world of social engagement, this new world of building communities. We at Microsoft had absolutely nailed that experience.
The demand was really, really high. We were selling every single unit we could ship into the market.
Now, I know there are a lot of fans out there that wanted 360s. There's a shortage out there. You know, is that a marketing strategy, or can you not produce enough? What's the real story on that?
We are making as many as we can, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're flying them in.
Ultimately, we've got through our challenges of production, and we just need to be able to catch up.
By hitting the market a full year before PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 had a head start on the competition. But Sony was still the undisputed industry giant, and they had every intention of keeping it that way.
It was the year after we shipped, when PS3 was coming out.
We were paranoid.
Sony had such credibility that they had cultivated from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 2. So they were riding on this tidal wave of success and goodwill from gamers.
Coming off the PlayStation 2, Sony had done everything right, the most successful platform in game industry history, and really just needed to stay to the playbook. In contrast to that, you just witnessed Microsoft coming to market at the right price a year before you're able to come to market. So you know you're facing formidable competition.
PlayStation 3 is the best-of-breed computer entertainment platform.
PlayStation 3 was positioned as a premium product from the get-go. This was going to play games, but it would also play Blu-ray discs. So it was seen more as kind of an entertainment machine.
We knew they were going to be somewhat arrogant.
The next generation doesn't start until we say it does.
And they would price their console to where they felt they needed to have it because they felt that they were untouchable.
This is sort of pre-live streaming era, and a bunch of us were huddled around one person's laptop, like a 15-inch laptop screen, streaming Sony's press conference.
And then they dropped the price.
In North America, the PlayStation 3 will be available at retail for $599 US, $659 Canadian.
Wait a minute, did $599?
$599. Nobody was prepared for that.
Back then, consoles didn't launch at those kind of price points.
It was like, holy cow, we just got handed this generation.
We were high-fiving each other. People were crying.
There were just all these ways that Sony had put their own foot in their mouth.
Sony said it would be a privilege for people to work extra hours to afford their overly priced console.
You have an over-engineered machine that's going to be incredibly expensive to manufacture.
And that opened a window for Microsoft to be able to sort of say, hey, like, we have a great system that's going to play all the games you want to play. We've got better online for cheap.
Thank you very much, and have a great show.
Becoming CEO right after the launch of PlayStation 3 was like being made captain of the Titanic right after it hit the iceberg.
After Sony's announcement, we could not wait to get on stage the next day.
Couldn't be more excited to be here because we're delivering the next generation of gaming right here and right now with titles that are nothing short of spectacular.
We had a lot of PlayStation fans and even Nintendo fans who were coming to Xbox because we had the best games, we had the best system, with the best online network. We led in every aspect.
With the help of our incredible partners, we're delivering on that vision with Xbox 360. With a high-definition gaming experience more powerful than anything else in the industry.
Yeah, we were riding high, we were celebrating. I'd say the morale is extremely high. We had so much pride in this product. Everything was great. And then the storm hit.
Before launch, engineers had worked around the clock to fix 360's early technical issues. But by June 2006, there were reports of an entirely new, never-before-seen problem. Distress calls flooded into Redmond. Something had gone terribly wrong.
It was in the forums, and I started to notice that something wasn't right. There was a lot of chatter about console failures.
Dude, what? Your Xbox? You might want to take a look at it.
Over time, we kept hearing more and more about it. We'd go to a launch event for a game, or we'd go to meet with games journalists. Then they would all start talking to us about it. Like, before we can talk about new features, we want to know, is this fixed? But we had no sense of how big of an issue it was. We didn't even know how to deal with it. And then we saw more reports of it.
Microsoft been in the news with their latest computer system, but it seems the last big product they launched can have some problems.
That's the first time I've seen this. There it is. Mother.
The Xbox 360 had a really cool feature where there were 4 green lights around the Xbox emblem.
Each of those lights corresponded to a specific controller, and so that's how you knew what player you were in the game.
We also used the ring to tell people when there were issues.
It's like the check engine light on your car.
And this is what we called a core digital error. And this was an indicator of the system detected a major issue.
The error state was just that there was no communication. So the machine was just basically telling you, I can't do anything.
This would show up as 3 segments in the ring being lit red, which would come to be known as the red ring of death.
It's the red ring of death. Red ring of death.
I got red ringed. Everybody got red ringed.
What the? Are you kidding me?
When that motherfucking red thing come up, and then the whole game freeze, and motherfucker like, man, what the fuck is going on? We can't play. What's going on? Yo, doing that too? It was, oh my God, it was terrible.
No! Red ring of death! Again!
We have no Xbox. I'm calling support.
You wait on hold for a while. They let you know they really appreciate your call. You wait on hold a little bit longer, and then they go,
okay, we're going to get you a replacement unit. It doesn't show up for a week. All the enthusiasm's gone, and then here's the new console, and it was just like, wow.
This is the 4th Xbox. Microsoft.
Effectively, the failure rate was near 100%. It just became an epidemic.
It was a red ring of death. Consoles hotter than a dragon's breath. It was a red ring of death. No freaking way! And a so pissed off. Grab the phone, dial tone, call it Microsoft. Now let's see the dark side of me. I'm on hold. It was a red brick of death.
The glitches that went down with Xbox 360, I'm joining in, and as simple as that.
I feel kind of sorry for it. Not really. He deserved it.
It's a big deal because it's just sort of the passion that gamers have for their hobby. Like, you don't want to be away from your console any longer than you need to be.
We felt the customer's pain. I had 3 boxes replaced, personally at my house. And it does make you think, okay, I work here. And this experience is not a pleasant experience in sending your Xbox back.
Microsoft's going to ship you a cardboard coffin. And that's what gamers were calling them online. Did your cardboard coffin arrive?
I finally got my coffin. But hopefully I'll get him back.
And you'd put your 360 in it and ship it on back to Microsoft.
I remember going out to the curb and meeting the UPS guy and looking in the back of the UPS truck and seeing wall to wall, Xbox returns.
The fact that it was happening to more and more people, and Microsoft was shipping a lot of hardware. That just combined to this feeling that